Hello everyone, my name is Princess and you are specially welcome back to my channel. And here on this channel, I'll be sharing with you all how to make trendy and luxury adult wears. And for that, in this particular video, I'll be showing and sharing with you all how to take accurate body measurements. And joining us today for this body measurement is a human model. Her name is Adorable Dora. Dora, can you say hi?
Hi.
Now, emphasis is on accurate body measurements. Before you start, you have to make sure that your client is wearing a fitted dress like what she's wearing, because that is what is going to determine how accurate your measurement is going to be. Don't forget that drafting a good basic body pattern, be it your basic block or the skirt or any other thing you want to draft, it starts with good measurement. So if you don't get it correctly while measuring, it's going to alter a lot of things when you're drafting. So take note of that. Another important thing before we start, when taking your client's measurements, make sure you stand beside them, not in front of them, because standing in front of them might make them uncomfortable. Then again, don't stand behind them, because standing behind them might make them to be curious to know what you're doing behind them. Just stand beside them, and like this, you can be able to, go all out with your measurements. Then again, you have to make sure that your client is standing straight, not bending at any point in time. Now, to take our body measurements, I've divided it into two to make it a lot easier for us. So we have the vertical measurements. Those are the measurements that start from the nape of the neck and run across vertically, while we have the horizontal measurements, which are the measurements around the body circumference. Now, if you notice, our model have tied 3 tape measurements around. These are the important parts that you don't have to miss. This is the bust circumference, which is the biggest part of her bust. And then the second tape is tied around her true waist measurement. And if you are wondering how are you going to get your true waist measurement, you can ask your client to tilt towards one side. And just at this point, you will see this fold that goes in by the side here. That is where you tie your tape around to get your true waist measurement. The next tape she's wearing is on her hip measurement, the fullest part of her hip. You tie it round. Okay, so tying like this makes it easier. You will understand when we are taking our vertical measurements. It's very important. And firstly, we start with the horizontal measurement. You're going to ask your clients, to spread their arms wide apart, because they're trying to locate the shoulder measurement. Most times when people make their outfits, you find out that the sleeve is not actually sitting properly where it's supposed to sit. That mistake is being made when they are taking their shoulder measurement. Now, for you to get your shoulder measurement, when your client fly their arms apart like this, you have to locate the shoulder bone. It is right here. So that is where you place your measuring tape. Put it on the one on this side, and fly your tape to meet this other place. So this exactly is your shoulder measurement. Next, we're going to measure her back width. So you're going to ask your client to, turn like this. And then with your measuring tape, we're going to start from, as she's keeping her arm firmly like this, you're going to start from this under her armpits. My measuring tape, my tape here, and then I'll take it across to meet this other part. Okay, so here is her back width measurement. Now, after that, we quickly go to the across bust measurement. You're going to place your measuring tape from here, the edge of her armpit, still keeping her hands firmly like this. Place your tape here and take it across. Remember, it's across bust measurement. Take it across like this to this other part. This is how to measure your client cross bust measurement. So next, we measure her round bust circumference. One of the aim of putting this tape here is to be a guide. Okay, so you just have to roll your tape across it. And it's just these 2 fingers that you need. Don't put this whole arm underneath. It's wrong. So put your tape firmly like this. Do you see? The next thing we take is our under bust. Make sure that it's firm, not tight and not loose. Under bust like so. And you see? Make sure that you just these 2 fingers that can be able to pass there. Okay, this is our under bust measurement. After that, you measure her. Do you see? This is her true waist measurement. After that, we measure her round hip measurements. We already have a guide here, so you follow it. This is the fullest part of her hip. Measure it correctly. So throw your tape around it and take it firmly. And after that, we'll take her across bum measurements. So take your clients to turn like so. Can you see? Still placing her hand straightly and firm like so. So you're going to put your tape from her wrist part, as she's putting her hand like this, from the wrist part, put your tape from that angle and take it across her bum like this to meet this other part. Can you see? Take it correctly. This is her across bust bum measurements. When we begin to draft several patterns, you will know the reason why we're taking these measurements. So next for this horizontal measurement is our bust span. Some people call it nipple to nipple measurement. That is the difference between one of our breasts to the other. So we have to place our tape like this to know the difference. And what we have here is 7. So her bust span measurement or her nipple to nipple measurement is 7. You record it. All these measurements, you have to record them accurately. So now we quickly move over to the vertical measurement. Remember I told you there is a measurement that starts from the nape of the shoulder. So this one is quite easy. That is why we have this also as a guide. So placing your measuring tape from the nape of her shoulder like this, you can now, drop your measuring tape like so. And the first one we have here is shoulder to bust measurement. It's important placing your tape like so. You drop it on this first line, which is our bust circumference. So this is shoulder to bust measurement. We have 9.5. And from here again, we go to shoulder to under bust. So put your measuring tape under her bust span, exactly where the bra of her bra wire is resting. That is where you should place this measuring tape. Okay, you record it. What we have here is 13. Now from this point to, we go to shoulder to her true waistline. Can you see? So you're measuring our shoulder to front length, and because there is a difference between our front length and our back length because of the bust, because of our bust. So usually when we measure our front length, next thing you do is to also measure your back length. So your client stands like this at the nape of her back shoulder like so, and then you drop it at where this tape is resting. So instead of you to now be wondering where is this half length for the back going to be, the tape is already there as a guide. So just measure here and we have our back length measurement. Most times it differs depending on the size of your bust. It could be 2 inches difference, it could be 1, it could be 3, but let it not bother you. Okay, so that is our front length measurement. So the next thing, we measure our waist to hip measurement. So place your measuring tape here, your true waistline, and then measure the difference. Okay, we have here 8.5. Yours could be 9. It could be between 8, 9, or 10, depending on how your body size is. The last but not the least is the armhole measurement. So you're gonna measure your armhole like so, passing your measuring tape across the armpits, and take it up like this. Don't make it to be tight. Okay, can you see? Make sure it's still the 2 fingers that you're using. So this is how you get your armhole measurement. The other measurement, you can also get it another way, but that would be when we start plotting, drafting our pattern. I'll show you another way you could determine your armhole measurement without measuring it. And then you start taking your sleeve measurements, from the shoulder to the length that you desire. It could be to stop at the elbow or the wrist. That depends on you. Alright, so mates, we have come to the end of this tutorial. I really want to say a big thank you to our model. Thank you for joining us today. I hope this video is very helpful to you. Please make sure to watch and take your own accurate measurement. Next video, we'll be learning how to draft our basic bodies. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Princess. I'll see you all in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.